This is so annoying. But then, thank you guys so much. I just, in fact, I don't understand. I don't know if we can continue, but thank you. I don't know what happened. It just went off. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know why it went off. I didn't give you guys in the video. It just went off like that. I don't know. I don't know why. But I guess it's network. It just went off. Just like that. Off. Please, if you're just joining, I think we must continue. We must continue. We must continue. Let's wrap it up. Wesh, if you're here, please make a comment. Let me add you. Wesh, if you're here, please make a comment. I can't see you yet. Yes, it should be network, I guess. Yes, you okay? You will have an opportunity to ask him a question. Let him just come back on. I'm trying to, but he's not. He has not joined my live yet. He needs to join before I can bring. Oh, Resh is here. Okay, so I'm bringing him. I'm bringing him now. I'm bringing him now. Yes, I'm bringing him now. I guess he's trying to connect. Hey, Resh.
This is the most joyful aspect of life. Because women are everywhere. Please, with a prayer, put your hands together for the women of Zimbabwe. With children and grandchildren. People, the people of Zimbabwe. Before the equipment will sit down, we are going to do something for him. We are going to clap. We celebrate his 90th. Amen. And we celebrate 100. Amen. We celebrate more according to his desire in Jesus' name. Amen.
The second one wants to go down now. Hey, brother! Jesus! Really? Oh my God. Lay. Yes. Leave your hand. Leave your hand. Oh, baby, oh, baby. Okay. And then House is full. You're back here.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar.
He's a liar. He's a
Good
liar.
evening,
Not just a liar.
Oluchi.
Good evening,
Welcome. So, Reg, somebody has a question for you. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. The question. What's the question?
Please ask your questions, though. Yes, Vivian, please ask your question. We're waiting. Vivian, ask your question, please. Just write it on the comment section. You will see it. Thank you, Anita. Why does men take a lady who is in love with them for granted? Oh yeah, answer.
Like I said, I can't speak for all men, right? People, if you see person will love you, love the person, no, because it's difficult to see someone that loves you these days for who you are. That said, I don't know the answer to that question. It's unfortunate. It's the world we live in. That's it, and it's the same with men. It's men that are so in love with maybe a girl, and she doesn't send you. Me, I'm a victim of that a lot of times. So it's a funny world where the people that are into you, you are not into them, and those that you are not chasing after, they don't send you. So the best thing is send those that send you. That's the only thing I can say. And find out. You know, there's this thing I also say. A lot of times, someone can, too much love can suffocate. I don't know how to put it. It's not that it's too much love. It's just that sometimes people need that to really also help them decide what do I want, what am I.
Sorry, before you finish, before this comment goes off, there's a question. If in the middle of a relationship, a lady discovers she can't end up with the man, and she has already spent a lot of the man's money, and otherwise, how can she leave the relationship without him, without being?
Well, people do this. People do this relationship thing like a do or die affair. It's really not a do or die affair. I mean, I've been in a relationship where I was just ghosted. I was literally even begging the girl, "Oh yeah, come, let's break up properly. Come, oh yeah, I know you don't want no problem. Come, break up." You know, and ghosted me 1 year later. Is what was when I saw her. Didn't hear from. It takes two to tango. I don't believe in forcing someone, even if the person has eaten your money. You just take the mugu. I mean, beat your hand on your chest and say, as a man, I was a mugu. I hereby accept my mugu ship, my mugu dom, and move on. Don't try to mind.
Are you
And
serious?
the same thing goes for but the issue too is a lot of people are not sincere. It comes to sincerity. Because if you were really genuinely eating this guy's money and deep inside your heart, nobody can tell you your heart. It's only you that knows your heart. And an unexamined life is not worth living. If you want to be an honest person, there are things that have consequences. So it's not just if the man may let you go, but there are consequences, and then those consequences come from the fact that you were not sincere to yourself. That this man in my heart, I know that I cannot live with this man. So you were not sincere.
And you will know from the beginning, right? Is it possible that you can know from the beginning, from the get-go?
No, at least if not from the beginning, somewhere before you really start eating too much of the money. You know.
Oh, but money is sweet though.
But if you also want, don't just live for money, right? Live for integrity. Live for conscience sake. Because some of these things, even if it doesn't haunt you in your lifetime, it could haunt your children. There are repercussions in life. So don't just say, well, after all, I changed my mind. And it's people don't know this, that if you are in a relationship, even though you are not married to the man, or you're in a relationship, before God, there is a commitment. Before God, there is a sort of covenant. Even though you may do the covenant is not binding. But the way the spiritual things are, if you have said yes, I will, even if you've not said yes, I do, but yes, I will date you. Yes, I will be your girlfriend. Yes, I would like to marry you.
There's a covenant there.
And it's respected in the spirit. So don't treat people how you wouldn't want to be treated. Don't treat someone because you know that after all, I changed my mind, I have the right to change my mind. But judgment day is coming.
Okay, so why do men cheat despite the fact that the partner is genuinely in love with them?
Again, I cannot answer for all men. I was listening to a comment today online, and the guy was like that genuinely confessed that he listened to his dick because the dick will not stop talking. And all men are driven by pornography. And
it is not possible for a guy to sleep with another lady that is not in love with. I stand to be corrected, because we are human, we are men, right? The other guy down there has his own brain. He wakes up before us. He takes decisions. Even sometimes you have to put your hand in your pockets when the guy is standing up without your consent.
So that side is another department.
Exactly. A full department run by a whole different set of rules. So being a man, it now takes extra discipline. It takes every day warning yourself, cutting warning for that guy, reminding that guy down there of consequences. It's not as if from Pope to pastor to everybody, they do us. And women, they do us. So, and women too. So when you dress to kill, when you are, I mean, sometimes when I look at what a lady wore, checked the mirror, looked at herself, and came out of the house with, I'm like, this person is on a mission. Exactly. You know? So what I would advise, right, if you have a sincere man, right, who is willing to take responsibility of his action on his actions, right? I'm not saying, yeah, cut him a slack, but don't tolerate irresponsibility. But if you see someone who is willing to take responsibility, you can go the extra mile to protect him, even when he has misbehaved. Number one. Number two is that I've been in a relationship where I was literally holding on to the fringes of my morality and begging God, please don't let any such woman, because it was because I was naked in that relationship. I felt uncovered. There was no moon. And many times people, men, and I think women too, find themselves in those places in relationship where they are bare, they are alone, they are uncovered, wife not send them, girlfriend not, they are, and woe betide you if another woman show him more respect or one small kindness that period on. Maybe just for the minute, he's probably still genuinely loves you, but that you were not there. He was trying to say something, he was trying to give you sign, babe, help me out, cover me, protect me. In fact, there are people so from day one to run. Every man has his water, and if you as a woman can do that, not by checking his phone on him, who is that girl? Why are you looking at her nyash? This one, no. That is even just pushing him. Okay. Find out those things, as the Bible says, do those original works that you are doing for your first love. Those things that you used to do that endeared you to him, that endeared him to you, that builds that bond. If you find out that it needs, sometimes you won't be able to see this guy is vulnerable at this point. And if you are sensitive, if you're a spiritual person, even if you're not a church person, or you're spiritual, and what I mean is that you're in touch with your spirit, you will know that my guy needs me at this point, needs me to drop him for some reason that can save him from a cheat.
True. Thank you very much. Oh, so in essence, we should cover our men, because the other side is another department. This side, from here up is another department. From here down is another department.
Exactly.
As
they say in Igbo language, they say "Akwara amaronwanne." You understand? If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
you know. So in essence, at the end of the day, we should love the people that love us. And for women, this one is from me to you. See, let me tell you something. And I stand to be corrected, but I believe men see a woman that respects them like it is when you respect a man that he feels you love him. There is no, as in, that's what I feel. It's when you respect, as in, not just respect, this lip service, or maximum respect and submission. That's when the man feels you love him. Because there's nowhere written anywhere. There's nowhere it is written that a woman should love a man. God says submit to the man, your husband. What is submission? respect and total obedience to him. Respect and total obedience to him. That is the only way that men will feel, the man that you're with will feel, this girl loves me. It's not by buying him boxers and singlets. Then tomorrow you tell him, oh boy, you dey craze. It is not. It is not by washing his clothes.
That boxers and singlets one, that one they vex me. And socks.
Valentine go soon reach again, though. Valentine go soon reach. Now boxers and singlets.
And socks.
And socks. And
come on. And I thought ladies have good imagination.
Okay. So I would say lastly, there's something I wanted to ask. How do you, because sometimes you're in a relationship, you know that it's not working, but because you're very emotionally attached to the person already, to the man already, you try to take all the things that he gives to you, right? How do you get out of such a relationship with that kind of man? How? Like, what can you actually do to make him push you? Because sometimes men enjoy it. They know that, oh, this girl loves me very much. You know, she can do anything for me. And they just take the girl for granted. Not because they actually respect or want to be with that girl, but just because of what they are gaining from that girl. How do you get out of such a relationship? What can you start doing that will make the man push you away eventually?
Well, for me, I don't believe you should do anything, because that's where wife beating and girlfriend.
Yes, Miriam. Okay.
That's where wife beating, girlfriend smashing comes in. So doing that will perhaps he won't understand that you want. Just tell him to send you away or send yourself away. I mean, this life is really short, right? And you can't spend your time being with someone who hurts you, keeps you in a place where you're bleeding emotional energy, you know, because you will work one day. You know, they do work like that too. If you know they work in that beginning, if you know work.
Okay. Are you serious?
The women and the way God created you guys are more emotional than logical, so you find it difficult to do, right? And come to your senses like the prodigal son. Yeah, but you have to just see it as trying to yourself. This thing you're doing before you actually, decide that it's over. Find out if you're communicating something and you're not getting, or is communicating something to you. Perhaps these guys genuinely like you, but there's a breach in communication, and you guys are not really on the same page about it. You know, it can be frustrating when you're trying to talk about it and the man says, "I don't want to talk," because that can be it can be difficult for men to talk. You know, they feel like, you know what, I'm taking care of you, I'm buying you everything. Why are you bringing this up? You know, why are you talking about it like this? Well, that man is insensitive, perhaps too young to be with you, and maybe another time, maybe in another life, but in this life, if you find out that you're not able to, reach with him, that it will continue. I promise you, it will continue. Even when you get then it will even get worse. So at some basic level, there has to be an ability to communicate, encouraging. Another thing too is women, when they try to communicate with a man, and the man is not responding, they start shaming him. By the time they shame him, he pushes the man away, or maybe the last time the man tried to communicate, you made him feel like what he's saying, what are you talking about, kind of stuff. He didn't really get, because sometimes the man, when a few times the man is able to open up and say, babe, see how what I really feel. I feel strongly about it. A few times he's able to get himself to do that. He's vulnerable from that. That's your chance to win him. And it's not the chance to say, that's not the time to say, well, I knew, or I told you, or yeah, I've always known. This is the time to get him. At that time when he's able to say, you know what, okay, let's talk.
I think you're breaking up again. Okay.
React. At that point when he's really, that is a vulnerable game. Well,
Yes.
you have to time him and get that point where you are able to communicate and agree with him on certain things. And once you set that perfect timing, it's easy to have your man for the long run. But now, I'm not talking about that don't happen. I'm not talking about men who are emotionally barren, don't have any.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay, so I'm saying I'm not talking about men who are emotionally barren or unavailable, who are or not cases, because those ones are foundational issues which you shouldn't carry on your head. So if you find that you can't handle it at a certain level, every human being knows what he can take.
Yes.
You know what is a no-no for you.
Yes.
That all the money in this world, if you can tell yourself the truth, except you want to pacify yourself with all the money he's bringing and all the other things, there are things you can take and survive with that, things you cannot take.
Yes.
Right? There are some women that can live without, you know what, don't even love me, just be bringing money.
It's true. Oh.
You can do that one. Fine, go ahead. So whichever one, there's some people that, like me, for instance, my love language is trust. If you mistakenly show me you trust me, hey, I'll be trying my best. First of all, you've gained my respect.
Not to break the trust.
If you show me you trust me, and I'll do everything possible not to betray that trust. Different people have different things that is it for them. I cannot handle a relationship where I'm not trusted.
Okay. I can't
handle a relationship where you show me outright you don't trust me.
I want to ask you this question before I forget. It's a very important question. It's for people that are married. What do you do when you find out, or when you stop feeling your spouse, when you fall out of love with your spouse? As a man, what do you do? As a woman, what do you advise one should do whenever you feel or realize you are fallen out of love with your spouse? You're no longer feeling him or her. What do you do?
Okay.
Did you get that?
First of all, love is not a cliff where you fall over from.
We used to fall inside it though. We enter.
You know, see, it's a it's a mindset. It's a mindset. Mindset of marathon versus sprint, right? And if you look at marriage from a marathon perspective. Muscles and everything is screaming, stop, you are going to explode, stop running now, I can't take it, my lung is burning, everything. At that point, if you are able to get past that point, you will be able to now enter a ceaseless flow where okay, you can still do another one lap and nothing will happen. So what you are calling falling out of love is perhaps a different season of your life, you know. So just break up your life into different seasons. It should be better in the next, right? And don't make, I always tell my friends, don't make permanent decisions over temporary issues. You make a mountain out of a molehill, you know, you will camp there and you feel sorry for yourself, you feel like you're trapped and feel like, look, I made a mistake. Now, I'm not saying that there's no point where there's a dead end, you know, and the point where there's a dead end is the point where both parties stop trying.
Yeah.
Where both parties have given up, stop trying, and both of you cannot see none of let me say none of the two, both of you, as the brother would say, none of the individual one of the two, both of you, sorry, that's my none of you can see none of you can see the road forward, and so that's where it becomes a dead end for both of you. But if you say irreconcilable differences, there are really no irreconcilable differences per se. It's just that I can't take this particular one. This one is saying one, and both of you are unable to take one particular one, and it's a clog in the wheel for a long time, and then it starts creating that distance. Many times, distance in a relationship comes from, I've nagged about this thing, he has not heard. Tried to talk, I've cried about it, I've prayed, I begged softly, she no agree, he no agree. You know what? I'll keep quiet about it. Let's lock up. But that locking up has created space, has created distance, and that distance will continue to build. So if you find yourself by all means get counseling too, because sometimes when you are in a quagmire and you are trying to roll the tire, you are sinking deeper. External help to be able to pull you out. But on your own, sit down,
Yeah.
and try and look at what was I doing, strength to keep going.
Yes.
And that's where God comes in the relationship, because there's a part where the human strength is gone. You are off, you are exhausted.
I used to say it, and thank God you're repeating it. You know, when some people get married and they feel, oh, now she's my wife, now he's my husband, and they stop doing those things. You see those little ingredients, those things that they add to make it very spicy, to spice it up. They stop it, and that's where the problem starts. One major thing that they do again is that they become so formal. They stop being friends. They start doing this my wife thing, my husband thing. I'm now a missus. I'm now, you know, a married man. They start, you know, building walls and everything. They become, at a point, become very, very boring.
Yeah, because the whole thing becomes
boring.
Yeah, because the man was attracted to a girlfriend, not a wife.
Not a wife.
Mm-hmm. Like,
and he's not going to the house and start tying wrapper.
Not even just the tying wrapper, but
you stop doing all
How dare you? I'm your wife. I'm your wife. You
I'm your
wife. You should say I'm your girlfriend with a smile and a kiss. Anyways, so if you enter girlfriend mode as a wife, you will hold your husband longer. And every now and then enter girlfriend mode, you know, do the things that girlfriends do. And he might look at you as a buyer.
Do the things that side chicks do.
Yeah, he might look at you as a buyer, but don't stop. He likes it. You know, he'll be saying in his heart, "Stop it, I like it." You know, but yeah, just be his slave queen as long as and learn your husband's formula, learn your boyfriend's formula. Everybody get formula. You
Wait,
know
so
what to
that-
use to finish him. It's
so
not
there's
that
a formula.
everybody gets your own formula. It's called Mumu button. Everybody
Aw.
knows. And if a woman knows and uses it well, the man will gladly do boy for you for the rest of his life. He'll gladly be woman rapper.
Women,
without-
listen, though, listen. In fact, share this video, share it, though. Hey.
He won't mind being your woman rapper for the rest of his life. If you hold this Mumu button and you play that game well, that's how God made you people. And men are not as difficult as you would think. Men are not as difficult as you think. Now they difficult. Men is sorry, not vex. But seriously, the woman is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the man's life.
I tell you. You
No.
can say that again. You can say that again.
Yes. And you don't have to do it with authority. In fact, if you do it with authority, he'll fight you.
You don't spoil everything.
Spoil it. If you use your charm and you forget all this feminist thing, you know they work. With man, the man will see you as a fellow man, and he is. But if you be his babe, slide under his arm.
There's somebody that I told this. She came to me and told me that she doesn't know what's going on in her marriage, that the husband doesn't love her anymore. What you said now is exactly what I told her. I said, do you know that a man that married a woman cannot all of a sudden start loving a man? She said, what do I mean? I said, if you're a man in your home, your husband cannot love you because he married a woman. And that's it. Continue, Jerry.
Yeah. So slide under his arms, you know, be his girlfriend for goodness sake. You know, then be his
baby.
Be his resting place. Men don't hit their babies. Be his cushion, right? He comes back from warfare. He wants a soft landing. He comes back from of course. Now, you know, let me say this, right? We live in a world where the man and the woman are jamming themselves at the door, coming back from work every day, and jamming themselves at the door, going to work. So the woman goes to work, she's bombarded as the man. Only in former times, only the man that would have been bombarded, but this time the woman is bombarded, the man is bombarded. They both come back drained and emotionally tired, right? Yeah. The man is looking for resting place. The woman cannot give the resting place because she needs resting place.
She needs rest too.
But it's a little bit of a flip of God's order, right? If a woman, if our advice a woman, you want to know your home, get a job that can allow you to be able to rest and recuperate and have time to refresh, because you are the spring, you are the life-giving water for your husband. If he comes back and you are exhausted and he's exhausted, he will manage it for a time. He won't complain, trying to be a good husband. After a while, the man will be struggling, right?
Yeah.
He's a good man. He's a good man. He may not, but he will struggle.
Yeah.
He will struggle for a long while. A good woman too, on your own part. We can't blame you. Everybody, the economy is difficult. We're trying to make ends meet. But girl, if you have to choose between your family and your work, I'll leave that choice to you. But if
I choose my family.
Yeah. So if you are going to make this marriage thing work, I'm not trying to shift blame. Everybody has has their role to play, but
Yeah, of course.
I feel that God gave it to the women. I mean, God gave you guys so much power. And if you stay in your place as the woman, yeah, not feminism, womanism.
Womanism.
If you stay there, you will enjoy your husband. Your husband, you would truck before him and he will say, what do you want? Up to half of my kingdom.
Aww.
You will twerk. Give him the rest of men are looking for rest too. Men are looking for peace of mind. Men are just looking for just something to calm them down. So but if you are now the matches, when he brings fuel, you bring matches. Cole work. In the immortal words of some of my friends, Cole work. Yeah, so now so
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. You see this one that you said now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Me, me, I have plenty things to say. Today that I saw you, before I see you again, maybe next week. Let me just exhaust all the things that I have in my mouth now. Because okay, so there's this thing that some men do. There's this thing that some men do that I find really, some men, I find it really, I won't call it irritating, but it's not a man thing. It's not a man thing. I know a lot of persons are going to disagree with me, but there's a way I see a man. Okay, let me say there's a way I see my husband, for example. I see my husband as like God. Do you understand? Like this super being, like a demigod. Do you understand? So when I see some men do certain things, it eats me, and I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they do it. Have you seen where a man is quarreling, like exchanging words with a woman, like in a relationship and in marriage? The wife is talking, they're exchanging words. I'm on live video. I'm coming, sorry. Oh yeah, you should go and sleep. They exchange, they'll be exchanging words. Sorry. They'll be exchanging words with my children. So I find that very irritating. Like really, because why do some men do? I know you don't do that, but there are men that do that. Why do they do that? Please, can you just say something, advise them? Because I know some men that do it, and when I see them, I'll be like, come, this one a woman. Why do they do that?
Boils down to upbringing, boils down to mentorship, boils down to a lot of things. And forgive us if we do it, when we do it. We live in a world where we're told that women can do this thing, but if a man does it, it's wrong or it's a taboo. I go on social media, I see women bring out their hand and slap a man. And I'm like I get to it's very easy now. And then you're like,
it is the same thing.
Back?
It's the same way I feel about women behaving like men. No, that's the same way I see the same way I perceive and I feel about some women behaving like men.
Yes. So I just want to balance it, right? Because beat a child and tell him how to cry, or tell the child how to cry, right? And different people react to things differently. So like me, I have promised myself I will not bring myself down to a place where you will bring your hand and slap me. But if you mistakenly do it, I cannot assure you that I won't slap you back. So keep your hand to yourself, and then there will be peace. Then because you did it. I never saw my mom slap my dad. So I don't know how to handle it. Do you understand? Perhaps other men saw their fathers bullying their mother. I mean, their mother bullying their father, and the father kept quiet, or the other way around. So perhaps they have a reference point. I don't have a reference point, so you, please don't slap me, because if you slap me, I don't know whether I will slap you back or not. There's no guarantee. So now I'm saying this to say some men are brought up differently, right? And then maybe at the point you see, I'm not trying to give excuses. Bottom line is not right for you, especially in public. You're exchanging words or your wife. I mean, try and get some dignity. But there is also the place where you don't know how much the man has chested, right? I'm trying to cut some men off, because don't talk back on for a long time, and the man has been chesting, and you're taking it for granted because after all he's the man. He should be able to handle it. And then if the man blows up and react, hey, he's a woman, hey, no, it's not for me. I like being fair. Do you understand? I like being fair. This is a human being. You've pushed him to the wall, you've pushed her to the wall. In any case, it works both ways. You push someone to the wall, and at the point, everybody has a tipping point. So that point where maybe you saw the man reacting or just pouring out, not minding, yes, call me a woman, no problem. At this point, he has flipped. Hey, call me whatever, but this one, he don't do. So don't push someone to a flipping point, and then you now say, no, you shouldn't do this. That's my take on it. But on a basic etiquette standpoint, no, I don't even like to get to a point where you even raise your voice at me. I try my best, but many times it still boils down to that question of why do bad women take advantage of good men, and why do good men take advantage? Why do bad men take advantage of good women? Is it the same thing? Because someone has chested something, someone has endured, tried to play the calm one, and you find out, oh, be like say, aha. That's when you now get your boxing gloves and you're ready to jab on you. And it looks like women like to do that a lot. It's like almost they want to find your breaking point. Almost like they want to find that point where you will crack, and they stop. And they keep going. When you now flip, hey, he's a bad man, he's an evil man. At that point, too, maybe the guy doesn't even say, hey, call me whatever he wants, no problem. But
no, yes, I know some women can push a man to that point, but I also know that there are some men that don't need pushing. They are just like that.
Yeah, definitely.
They are just like that. They are just like that.
So don't my own is the golden rule, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me? And it's just as it's written in the Bible. But even sometimes atheists and non-Christians even practice this thing better than us. Don't do to someone what you wouldn't have them do to you. Don't talk to a woman how you wouldn't want her to talk to you. And then don't slap a man and hope that, tell him that, look, you raised your hand at a woman. Then why did you raise your hand at a man? If we all played, I mean, the world is not fair, but like, I mean, come on, guys. If everybody plays this simple golden rule, a lot of a lot of there won't be if the man is not disrespecting me, so I have no business disrespecting her. This woman has been kind to me. I have no business being wicked to her. If everybody goes like that, I mean, this world would be a better place. But we find people who are users. We find a man, we see a lady, she's down to earth, she loves you, like wow, you start feeling like the king, feeling like you're on top of a trash can cover, and you are just, that is a form of, not just a form, that is inferiority complex at best, because you now want to ride on someone's humility to show how that means you are an insecure person. So you're looking for someone who is, you want to put people down so you can rise up. And it's common with a lot of Nigerians, a lot of men all over the world. So work on yourselves.
Okay,
Wow.
so there's thank you so much for that answer, that response. I really appreciate it. I've learned a lot from you today. And I would not go without saying this. This side chick, married man and married woman thing. I will not go without saying something about it. So I was on set, like I said earlier, I was on set throughout last week and even this week. I'm still filming. So there's a story that somebody told us about a man that is his friend, and I'm going to share it with you and ask a question about it. So he said that there's this friend of his that he's married to a very wonderful woman that started life with him. So they started life together when he had nothing. Both of them had nothing, so they actually built their life together. So he became rich, and at a point he now had a girlfriend. So before he got into a relationship with that girl, he made some things very clear to the girl. He said, there's a boundary you must not cross. You see that woman that is in my house, don't ever mention her in our relationship, because of our relationship, wherever we are, whatever excitement, however excited you are, don't ever mention her. Secondly, my children, don't mention them. In fact, my home is a no-go area. When I'm back home, don't call me. I'll call you. When you're coming to my office, make sure you book an appointment with my secretary. And that's how their relationship started. So they started off the relationship, and because they have been in that relationship for some time, there was a day he now went to her house after work, the house that he rented for her. He actually bought her a car, rented an apartment for her. So he now got to the apartment. So he asked her to make food for him. So after he had finished eating, so the girl now said, I know very soon you go back to that your old wife. Because actually the guy doesn't sleep out of the house. He doesn't make the mistake of sleeping out of the house. Even when he's traveling, according to him, that when he's traveling, maybe they are traveling for a vacation or something, for, just to rest, that they don't take the same flight. He doesn't allow the girl to take the same flight. Unless you go with the morning flight, probably they have already booked their hotel where they're going to. The girl will go with the first flight, then he can go with the next flight, and they don't even travel with the same flight. That's how much he said the man respects the wife and his family and his marriage. So when she now did that, and I said, I know very soon you will soon go back to that your old wife, because actually, for a man building with a woman, it must have been a woman that is at least close to his age. So women age faster than men, especially when you marry somebody of your age. They tend to age faster. A 40-something years old man is still looking very, very young, but a 40-something years old woman, you see some level of the aging in her. So women age faster because of childbearing and all of that. So when she said that, he didn't say a word. He just stayed for some minutes and like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Let me go attend to something. He left. As he was leaving, he blocked her line. He blocked her line and stopped seeing her. So she was very worried. I started calling. One day, barged into his office since she was trying to reach him and couldn't, since he blocked her everywhere. The secretary that allowed her into his office without an appointment was sacked. The girl was pushed out by the security. What I'm trying to get is, why even keep a relationship when you have, why is it that men can actually keep a relationship when they know they still love their wife? Or is it possible for a man to still love his wife and keep a relationship with a girl? I can't reconcile that really. Oh, I think he has gone off. Let me see if I can bring him back on. Thank you guys so much. I believe this has been a very interesting session. We have just 12 minutes more and we'll be done. Thank you guys for staying put. I love you. Thank you so much. Please, as you're listening to this, please keep sharing. Please keep sharing. Share this video. Share this video so others can actually get from this. Resh, are you here yet? Hello? Hello, Resh. Okay, I think he has not fully joined. He's trying to join. The network has been terrible. Yes, I can hear you. Are you here now? Yes, I can hear you. Did you get my question? Hello? What is going on? Network. You need to answer that question for me, because you know there's this cliche. Men will always say, or some men would say, I wish when they meet a girl and they have a wife, they'll be like, oh, I wish I met you first. Oh man, I used to say that is a lie from the pit of hell, because really there is nothing. It's actually in very rare cases that a man would leave his wife for his side chick, even if I know it happens.
I did.
So Resh, please answer that question for us. Yeah. Hello, we can't hear you. Are you there? Hello? Are you there? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Hello? I can't hear you. We can't hear you. We need you to answer that question. I think that's the last question for the day, and we can call it a night. Please, I think I should remove you or cut. Let me bring you back on again. Let me try again. Or probably I just... Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You answer the question. Yes, I can hear you.
Can you?
Yes. Hello? Oh, why is this network messing us up now? We're almost done. Are you there? Can you okay. Go off?
Okay.
Let me bring you back on.
Seems you can hear me.
Yes. If you can go on off, let me bring you back on. Can you do that? Let me try and bring him back on. Oh, he's not here yet. Resh, if you're not here, you're not on my live. I can't see you. Rash. Hello. Hello. Okay. Okay. I think he's joining us. Are you here now? Can you hear me? You can hear me now, right?
Can you hear me now?